Don't want to end this. We're not going to end it. Mm-mm. Do, 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 do. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Do. Gotta set the mood. Ew, ew, ew. I'm trying to figure out, is that a like or is there someone in the room? Is someone in the room with me? Comment down below and let me know. Hey girl, hey. Happy Sunday. Happy full moon. Happy eclipse season. Let's go ahead and get in here and talk about these downloads. Happy Sunday. Let's see. Trying to get myself some room. Perfect. Okay. Let's get into these downloads and why I titled this video Understanding Death and How to Find Your North Star and as well as Saturn's offer. Because the stuff that I seen, it's kind of crazy. So it first started with me having a dream of, I don't know why, but it was a little boy. He pulled a gun out at me, and instead of becoming fearful of this gun and him about to take my life, it was almost like kind of like scoring up at the little boy. And it was just like, I wouldn't say he was a little boy, but you could tell he was like a teenager, probably 17, 18, but I'm much older, so I knew that he was younger than me. So he turned the gun on himself and then he shot himself. And then somehow I was about to be arrested. And so instead of like, figuring out and seeing what happened on the scene, they just think that I killed the boy. So as a police officer, and they got on the scene immediately. And so the police officers, they were trying to handcuff me, detain me, and all that stuff. And every time that they would try to manhandle me or come towards me, they would end up, hurting themselves, falling. One police officer, he thought that I was doing it to the police officer, another police officer, and he pulled his gun out and he was going to shoot me. And as soon as he tried to shoot me, the gun backfired and it exploded his hand. So his hand blew off and attached off. And so within that, I was just learning that it just felt like a sense of peace. Like I wasn't fearful or anything in the dream. Like I was just standing there holding my ground and just like squaring off this energy. And it's like to me that shows a sign of with this eclipse season, how everything is going to be intense and whatever blessings that you want and whatever it is that you want in your life, you got to square off with this energy. You got to stare it down in its face until you pretty much you're going to get your blessings. Yeah, you might have people coming your way that's going to try to harm you and do things to you, but that's their karma, and their karma is going to come back faster and 10 times fold, harder to them versus happening to you. Like it's not going to sweat you, it's not going to touch you. So exactly how does that play in part with understanding death? Because Scorpio is ruled by the death card. And I know a lot of people, they fear death or whatever. And at one point, myself, I used to fear death. But we go through death in this living. We go through death from when we turn from 10 to 20 to 30, 20 to 30, 30 to 50, 50 to 60. So as you grow and you evolve, your a sense of you is dying at some point so that you can, ascend to not higher to evolve and to cultivate different things as you age in this life. And sometimes certain things that you want to manifest may not be equal to exactly what you want when you was 30. Now you're 50. So it's just different things that just happens with that. And as well as with this death, it's almost like it's like triggering your intuition, calling out for a lot of people to ignite their intuition, especially being that we have this full moon and it's also in an eclipse season. And we started out Scorpio and Libra season with a partial eclipse, and now we having a total full solar lunar eclipse on the 8th of this month. So it's like almost like using that moon energy to help spark and ignite your intuition. And I'm trying to read my notes, y'all. I texted to myself, trying to keep up with these downloads and what I was seeing with this here solar eclipse and what's going to take place and what's going to happen. But if it's making sense, comment down below and just let me know if some of these downloads are making sense to you all. And then we're going to pull some cards on it to get more clarity and full understanding. Let's see. Yeah, that's it on my notes with that. Yeah, that's what my downloads. And then I also had some notes where I was just like trying to understand that when you have the eclipse, you got the sun, the moon, and the earth all coming into alignment. So you got to go through a form of death so that way that you are put into alignment with your dreams and your aspirations. And I was just kind of like getting a lot of people just really being happy more than anything. And then, of course, you got some people who are going to resist this change, especially we have, this Mars and retrograde. So we dealing with Saturn, we dealing with Pluto, we're dealing with Mars, as well as we dealing with these eclipse. So it's a lot of tense energy that's going to be taking place. You got some people who's going to fall in line, and you got some people who do not want to fall in line with that energy and what's taking place. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with an oracle first. I was gonna start with tarot. I feel called to do an oracle. I want to start with the angels and ancestors oracle deck. Let's get the vibe right. Light the incense in here. What's going on with this here? Moon. I seen 11:11 on the timestamp. So we've been on here for 11 minutes and 20 seconds. What's going on? Ancestors, what messages you have for the collective in regards to this full moon and eclipse season? What is this intense year is going to be like for the collective? What are some guided messages you have for us in regards to the Saturn offering, Jupiter's blessing, Mars retrograde, all the things, right? What is going on? What are we coming into alignment with? Angels and ancestors. We got the Druid, hold space. So what I'm getting from this off the bat, just by looking at the older man, just in general, like already just, that this is someone who is much older, who's going to be maybe coming into your energy, or maybe an older ancestor who's, older, that you may feel not just a male in general to what's in this card, but just someone that's in your space that's just helping you to hold space and hold understanding for your manifestations. Or you maybe actually have someone who's that's actually a physical person that's on this side, who's like a auntie or an uncle that's going to be in your presence, that's going to help you to hold space, that's going to teach you to have full compassion for yourself as you're going through these rough changes. Like you may be experiencing a lot of heat, you may be experiencing a lot of up and down in your emotions, because Mars is, it's a fiery planet. So Mars is all about that fiery energy. So if you were experiencing a lot of maybe hot flashes, or just you just get hot in general, that's that Mars energy that just kind of like trying to stir up your passion, trying to help you clear your energies, trying to help you shift. And it's like you may be taking it as, God dang, I'm hot. What the, going off because you hot or whatever. And you like, whoo, I ain't did nothing, but and I'm all of a sudden I'm getting hot or whatever. Like that kind of energy is just like, you just have to learn to hold space for that, understanding that, okay, what's cooking up in my kitchen? What am I needed to let go? What am I about to manifest? What needs my attention? It's not to, to tag at you or anything like that. And also I keep getting a lot of electric pulses throughout my body, like electric shocks. So you might be feeling that kind of energy too, to the point where it's just kind of, it's like spark, it's something trying to ignite, something is trying to spark. And it's just that you just need to hold space and have true understanding for what is going on with you energetically. But I definitely want to read more about this card and just see what we get. Page 30. I'm glad they got it actual table of content. So the message behind this card is hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong. Know you are where you are supposed to be. So exactly, something is like you're being prepared. This is like almost like in regards to the reading that I did for November's prediction. It's like the preparation room. We're all going through some form of preparation room, and we need to we need to be prepared. Like this, and also retrogrades is all about reflection. It's not about doing. It's like, whatever comes up, take note, learn, take note. So when you come out of retrograde season, and then that's when you go through those testing waters to see if you learned your lessons. So right now, just hold space for what it is that divine is teaching you in this time. So So I'm gonna read about it because I don't really know. Well, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Am I saying this? Is it Druid? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'm going to read more about it just to get understanding of where this, where this angel or ancestor or this deity, however you want to address address him, how where he comes from. So the Jews were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. Okay, them downloads, like I said, like that moon is like it's igniting your intuition, and then you got the sun, fiery energy with Mars in retrograde, and as well as when we had that full moon in Aries last month, and then like that sun energy, sun is fire too. Come on. So they were the scholars who created the Ogham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. So the fact that this card came out, this may have to do with someone who actually had those skills, the gift of storytelling, the gift of poetry, or just being very creative and create, just doing some form of creating, whether it may be you painting, making crystal jewelry, making waist beads, or if you just make custom wigs. It's just some form of craftsmanship that you're doing with your hands. So it's like something that's igniting. So when you get hot, see what were you thinking about? Analyze what was the last thing that was on your mind, or the last thing that you was looking at or studying, or just trying to get understanding about behind. And that's like downloads. That's like codes are being unlocked, and then you start to open up more gates behind your situation. And once you get out of this intense energy to where you're actually healing to on an aspect, because on top of that we are definitely being triggered. I do see a lot of people being triggered, but as getting, the downloads for what to do creatively, and then as well as, healing childhood wounds, or, your feminine wounds, your masculine, wounds, or whatever. It's like, as you are, all of that is integrating together. It's like, it's not the time to act. It's just to stand strong and to understand what's being taken place. And then when Saturn release you, because Saturn is all about its restriction, and we just came out of Saturn's retrograde, I believe, October 22nd, 23rd, somewhere up in there. So Saturn is still kind of like, even though it's stationed direct, it's still, still knocking us out, you know what I'm saying? So just learn. So Saturn is giving you an offer. It's preparing us. It's getting us ready for our Jupiter's blessing. Because Saturn is the father to Jupiter, and so, yeah. So let's get a clarifier with a tarot card. Okay, we're gonna take this one. We're gonna clarify this energy with the page of wands. And page of one is literally like they're the children of tarot. They are considered, teenagers. They're considered the youth. So definitely it's going to be some, healing with your inner child wounds, as well as there is some healing where you're getting these new sparks of creativity, new sparks of passion, new sparks of love. It's just new energy that's coming in. It's like very immature energy, but it needs this time to mature and be prepared and to unfold. So definitely just take it in and enjoy it for yourself right now until it's time for you to bring it out to the world, because that goes with you being able, like storytelling, like you may be literally having to market yourself, whether you are doing lives or whether you're doing videos or whether you are writing an article or whether you are need to write a marketing email, or whether you just need to start speaking what's bothering you or what's troubling you, or um just some form of communication is just coming through in different areas. You may be learning new ways of doing that. So right now it's like, you practicing with yourself, or practicing somewhere there's some form of practicing, and it's almost kind of like you kind of like putting light exposure out there until it's like really time for all of this to take off. So I do see whatever it is that you're doing, collective, is about to take off. We just don't know when. But right now, enjoy it, have fun, let your inner child out to play and create, and stop worrying about exactly where everything is going to come from. As you get knowledge behind that, write it down, do some research, but still get out here and start creating too. On top of that, that's what I'm getting behind this page of wands. Yeah. Let's keep going. I got a new deck. I got a new deck. I've been manifesting me some Doreen Virtue cards, because she don't make this anymore, so it's hard to get her cards. And most people, they got them and they reselling them for like $70 or whatever. So this is the deck we're finna look at. I just got it for $6 when I was seeing it like a month or two ago for $70. Who? Okay. It came back up for cheaper, way cheaper. So we're gonna pull a card and see what the angels of abundance have to say. As I said, there's the Saturn's offering. These voter text messages is getting on my nerves, child. Harassment. But let's see. Spirit, let's clarify this energy, please. It was like 4 cards, and I'm gonna take one, but if 2 come with it, I feel like 2 wants to come out. Spirit is funny. Okay, do the work in savings is what we got for the angel abundance for this here season. But the main one that keeps calling out to me is do the work. Like I literally was saying that with my sister in regards to, like, once you start to, like, you're becoming aware and learning on your subconscious what different blocks and beliefs that you need to let go of, what's triggering your inner child wounds, like what's coming up that's kind of like triggering you, that you like old stuff that you need to let go of. And that's what Mars is all about. Like even though Mars, it ignites your passions, and it's the fiery, planet. But at the same time, when we have been in a place where people has robbed us of our inner power, that has, chipped away at our ego, that has chipped away at our confidence, that has chipped away at our passion for what we want to do and what we want to create, you have that it's in your way. So how the divine, come on, God, sets it up to where you are taking this eclipse season right on top of that with Mars in retrograde. So it's going to intensify that energy to what's blocking you. What it's not old people that want to come back into your energy. It's just old memories of what old people have done to you, that either that chipped at your ego, that chipped the way at your creativity, that chipped away at your passion, that chipped away at who you are and your essence of your you-ness. So right now it's like all of that energy is coming up, and that knowledge is coming at us fast. But at the same time, eventually you're gonna have to do the work to get over those hurdles. Right now, Drew, the sense, take it in, hold space for yourself, and know eventually it's gonna be time for you to do the work, or even in general, just do the work now. Do light work now. It don't have to be heavy. You don't have to get it right now, but at some point you're gonna have to do work. So yeah. So it says it's not enough to dream or pray. You also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistency, working on your constantly. What did I consistently? Constantly working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush of flower garden. And then the savings card says, as you are constantly save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you constantly set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So that savings card, that definitely has to do with someone. Um, and it's coming up with my career reading. So I definitely did a pick a card career reading, and it's going to be live tomorrow. But that's coming back up to one of the groups in that message when we're just saying be use all your resources. So yeah, this may be someone who works a job and entrepreneur, and it's like use your resources with your job. Allow your job to be oh my gosh, I don't know why, but I hear a particular voice in my head that do not want to hear this message. But this message, it's the saving message is all about literally use your job to fuel your life purpose, your business, your side hustle. You may not want to hear that right now, but definitely. Exactly. I heard your voice, Ophelia, in my head. I heard, hey, don't, it's coming from divine, not from me. The cards came out. So you in here, it's picking up on your energy. I'm just saying. Be resourceful is the energy that I'm picking up on. But who knows? You might get confirmation from the pick a card or whatever, whatever pick a card, whatever pick, pal you pick. Don't knock all the information just now. So just let's see what the pick a card holds for you tomorrow. I got a problem with God. Oh, take it. Okay, I'm gonna get one more though to clarify both. I'm getting too many. But I was told to take the King of Pentacles in reverse. But why? Why are we taking this King of Pentacles though in reverse? What's going on? I want to clarify the King of Pentacles for y'all. when I get reversals, it's still coming around to you. It's still coming to you, but it's not coming as fast. But I do feel like it's still going to come in fast once it takes off. Whatever it is that you're doing, once it takes off, it's going to take off. But what is this delay though? The Empress in reverse. Don't. I know I'm feeling Taurus energy. Hey, Yura. But I know I'm getting Taurus energy with the King of Pentacles, but I'm also with this Empress card. Let me see from my phone, because I don't know, because I feel like I don't want to say it, but I want to say it. And that's probably my shadow. It is. That's my shadow did not want to be wrong, so I didn't want to say it in front of you all, and I may be wrong. That was like my shadow kind of like, kicking in because I did not want to be wrong. But the reason why I'm saying I'll keep feeling that energy, I know I feel Taurus energy because we have, our Earth card here, but I didn't start feeling Taurus energy until the Empress came out. And even though the Empress is definitely ruled by Venus, but you also got Taurus incorporated with both Venetian and moon like features. So definitely the Empress have the Taurus card. So we got this full moon in Taurus. So what's up, Taurus? Welcome to the building. Taurus, so let me go ahead and get a little seat up in here and get this message out. But the work that's need to be taking place with this Empress card. When I get the Empress card in reverse, that's like you don't feel worthy. You don't feel you don't feel you don't feel you whenever it is when you feel that spark of creativity come up. So we got to get out of that energy. We got to get out of that stuck, stagnant energy of not feeling that we're worthy to birth our creation to the world. Because as you see with the Empress card, she is pregnant. She is giving something to the world, whether it is a child who's going to do something, or whether it's you or yourself. Like it's some form of birth that's taking place. But when it's in the reverse, or whatever, it's almost like spirit with this water. It's like pulling her back, pulling you back, pulling you inward to really to truly take reflections, because right now you feel like you're not worthy of what it is that you need to do in regards to your big blessings that you want with Jupiter expanding you. But right now Saturn sees that you know that you're not worthy, and how dare you get mad at Saturn, because Saturn is trying to teach you something. Just saying. How you gonna get mad? And they trying to show you that, hey, you want this blessing, but at the same time, you don't even feel like you're worthy. Right? You don't feel like you're worthy. You don't feel like you deserve it. But you definitely deserve it. Are we not? Is this card does not say death on it. This is not the Scorpio's card. This is not the Pluto card. This not what we was talking about, understanding death and how to try find your true north. You have to go through some form of death, of you not feeling that you're worthy of your gifts and your talents and of your passion. You gotta let that die. So that way you can be rebirthed, that way you can be transformed, that way that you can receive the offerings that Saturn has for you, which is his son, Jupiter. In order for you to get to Jupiter, to get to the blessings, you got to go through some form of death. You got to go through some form of rebirth. You got to go through some form of understanding. And I did not explain the North Star. So the North Star is literally like it's like your higher self. Like when I read it and getting full understanding of the North Star, it's like really finding your true north, your true purpose, your center, you know, who you are in the world. So that's basically the North Star is you, like your north, your center, being in alignment with yourself. So why not? Is it making sense? It's conjuresista hitting some form of nails on the head. This here beautiful reading. I'm waiting. I want to know. I want to hear from y'all. Y'all quiet, but I know y'all in here listening though. We're definitely going to pull from Work Your Light. And we're going to see exactly what else we need to do. What is this work? So don't forget, you got to do the work. So what is this work? You're cutting up some chicken. Shoot. Chicken sound just about all right. So thank you for letting me know it's hitting, sis. Let's see. What is this? Work. Work. What is this work? We're gonna go get that. Okay. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Well, then I tell you, you got some big goals, some big dreams, some big things. Big things popping. You got big things going, right? But right now, it kind of intimidates you a little bit because you feel like you're not worthy. And spirit is preparing you to get ready for these big dreams. So whether or not here I come, you can hide. I'm gonna find you and make you want me. You can run away from my eyes, baby. You can. I'm a 90s kid, right? I'm telling I got it, right? Basically, these dreams is letting you know, like, whether or not here I come, I'm going to find you and I'm gonna make you want me. You're gonna want me. So we're gonna walk through this together. I'm gonna drag you. What's left to say, right? Nothing, right? Like spirit, go ahead and drop the mic, right? These dreams, this is going to find you. So definitely, if you walk side by side with spirit, walk with me, Lord, talk with me, shield me from. Walk with them, right? Walk with spirit. Walk with them. Let them talk to you. Let them guide you. Or they gonna drag you. That's basically what spirit is telling me. Like you people, y'all we got work to do. So I got work to do. I got work to do. I got a radio going off in my head right now. Spirit is just dropping all the tea, all the things with a song. I got a radio going off in my head right about now. I got work to do. Work to do. Definitely got work to do. And then we got the wheel. So the wheel of your fortune is about to start back turning with this newfound love that you have for yourself. And it's almost kind of like, yeah. It's every like all these videos are in alignment. So if you really truly want to understand exactly where you at what you're doing, go back and watch, like the videos, like whether I'm doing a live or when I'm doing an actual just pre-recorded video, it's still in alignment. It's still, it's levels, and it's like a story that's being told, that's being drawn out from spirit. Like it's like painting together your piece of what it is that you're doing in work and in life. A little decky deck is just, she's very sticky. She does not want to shuffle. She does not want to act right. The energy on you is it's some confliction. Superior, you still big mad over there? You stiffen up my card, Superior. With your, there we go. I had to knock spirit on in here, right? Because, baby. Thank you. Thank you for the act, right? Now let's clarify this birthing a new age. You stiffed up my cards. Like my cards would not shuffle. Dang, it would not shuffle. I had to knock you upside your head a little bit. Come on, but let this message just flow through because it's some beautiful messages. Because even though we don't, and I'm saying we, because sometimes I don't feel like I'm worthy either. Trust me, like I know a guy be dropping little sprinkles of what it is your girl is supposed to be doing. I mean, I'm talking about me, Conjuresista, right now. The work that I'm supposed to be doing, it'd be like, who finna do all? Wait, who? She? Who? Me? I'm gonna do that. But then at the same time, let me show you how that shadow. Let me show you how that narcissistic vibe and energy. Right, you're not the only one. So I'm tying up my cards too because I'm kind of like, ugh, you poking at me. But let me tell you how that it's kind of like a little narcissistic vibe that's kind of like going on, and how the shadow needs to be, needs to go through another form of death because that shadow, my shadow. I'm not talking about you, but if it lands in your lap, put the shoes on and walk with me, sis. Walk with me, bruh. But let me tell you how, for me, how this message is how spirit had to kind of like give me a chair to sit my ass down somewhere. So, showing me all the things that I'm supposed to be doing, right? Hear me. I can't do all that. Like I'm feeling like I got the weight of the world on my hands, but at the same time, we are a body. Collectively, we are a body. God was like, "What makes you so special? You special, but you ain't that special. Because guess what? Healers need healers. You're not the only one who is doing this work. There's other out here. Everybody ain't gonna come to you because everybody ain't gonna resonate with you, sis. So sit down somewhere and stop thinking. Yeah, you got some of the world on your hands, but you ain't got the whole world because you're not the only one out here that's doing this stuff. So right now, what I need you to figure out exactly where you are in the body because you ain't the full body. You special, but you ain't that special. I was like, oh, okay. That made me feel relief. It made me feel better because I literally, that was my shadow self was thinking that this is what I'm going to be doing by myself, but I'm not. I just need to figure out exactly where my work lies in the body. So now I'm going through a quest of learning, learning where my work, where my role is in the body. And that's exactly what you're doing too. So, this is the real Empress card, just so you know. When the world see the Empress, they see her like this. But when they don't see her, when she ain't in the fields and you don't really see her, because she's studying, cultivating, learning what this role is. So that's what we're getting ready to birth a new age of. It's just learning where our role is in life and where we are. You may be the leg, you may be the abdomen, you may be the head, you may be the backbone, you may be the feet, you may be the hands. We don't know. You just gotta figure that out for yourself, and you may do know where you lie at in the body, so that way that you can know how to birth in that area. What is your expertise of 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 who you are, and it's all by the sun, right? That I mean, come on. The sun is straight happiness. It's straight fulfillment. It's straight joy. It's straight inner peace, inner love, abundance. Like the sun shining on you. And I kind of feel and ooh, that brought me back to my other part of my download that I forgot about. Cause I was having a talk with and she's on here with Yura, and we was talking about. I was like, to me, I feel like the moon is divine feminine energy. It's the mother, and she was saying to her, the sun is like, because it's like that growth and that. But at the same time, I had she made me question. She made me wonder. She made me like is the sun really divine feminine, or is it the moon, or like is it what is it? And for me, like I got the energy when I really like sat down and meditated. For me, I got the we both. It's balance. We equal. So I can be whatever you need me at that time. I can be your father. I can be your mother energy. I can give you that mother energy. You know what I'm saying? Like we both. That's what I got from me. So for me, in that full understanding and my takeaway with balancing those energies. And then it's so funny because they're both here. Sun and moon, like the eight of pentacles are moon crescents, right? So they both here. The sun and the moon. So I definitely want to close and end it right here. I hope y'all got a lot of value out of that. Thank y'all for vibing with the kid. Bomb, right? Explosive. Explosive, right? Thank y'all for vibing with me. I don't want to hold y'all up all day. So definitely be on the lookout for the career pick a card reading that's going to drop tomorrow, and it's going to be talking more and more in depth with the astronomical backdrops and as well as the energy updates through the card. So yeah, I want to see more content, special readings from me. Just reach me out. I finally unlock community posts. I can talk with y'all outside of creating a video. So definitely vibe with me over there in the community post too as well, or just vibe with me somewhere in the comment sections. I love you guys, and y'all have a great day on purpose, and make this week the best week ever. Do the work. Don't give up. It's intense right now, but the Druid is here to hold space with you. Someone is your spiritual team or someone that you may actually know that's coming into your life is going to help you hold space. Peace.